For over 3 decades, Johnny Carson wasn't just a late-night host, he was America's midnight companion. With The Tonight Show, he turned ordinary evenings into unforgettable moments of laughter and surprise. Millions tuned in not just to watch the stars, but to see how Carson would make them shine. His effortless charm, that knowing smile, and razor-sharp wit made him the gold standard of television. But behind the laughter was a secret. Who were the guests Johnny Carson truly loved most? Tonight, we uncover the favorites that defined an era. After high school, he hitchhiked to Hollywood, chasing a dream that seemed almost impossible. But life had other plans. When World War II broke out, Carson joined the U.S. Navy in 1943. Through the V-12 Navy College training program, he trained at Columbia University and Millsaps College, later serving aboard the USS Pennsylvania as a communications officer. Even at sea, his love for performance followed him. He performed magic tricks for officers, including one for James Forrestal, the Secretary of the Navy. That moment, he later said, made him believe he could entertain anyone, anywhere. After the war, Johnny used the GI Bill to attend the University of Nebraska, where he studied speech and drama. He even wrote his thesis on comedy, analyzing how radio humor worked. By 1949, he had earned his degree and began working at a local radio and TV station in Omaha, where his sharp improvisational skills quickly stood out. Moving to Los Angeles, he caught the eye of comedian Red Skelton, who hired him as a writer. When Skelton was injured before a live show, Carson filled in and instantly won over the audience. That one performance launched his television career. In the 1950s, Carson hosted several shows, including The Johnny Carson Show and the game show Who Do You Trust?, where he met his future sidekick Ed McMahon. Then in 1962, NBC convinced him to take over The Tonight Show, a decision that changed television forever. For 30 years, he made America laugh, think, and feel connected through comedy and conversation. But even legends have their share of controversy. In 1980, Johnny Carson clashed with Wayne Newton over a business deal involving the Aladdin Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. After Newton bought the property, rumors spread that Carson had lost the deal, and he fired back with jokes on his show. Newton, furious, confronted him at NBC, threatening to fight unless the jokes stopped. The incident showed how much Carson valued respect and reputation. He could forgive a lot, but not a public slight. Still, most of Carson's legacy comes from the guests who shared his stage. Among his favorites was Steve Martin, whose wild, unpredictable humor and banjo-playing antics made him one of Johnny's most cherished guests. Their chemistry was electric, and whenever Martin appeared, the audience knew they were in for something unforgettable. Another favorite was David Brenner, the master of observational comedy. With more than 150 appearances on The Tonight Show, Brenner became the most frequent guest in Carson's history. His humor about everyday life made viewers feel seen, and Carson respected him deeply, so much so that he let Brenner guest host the show dozens of times. Then there was Rodney Dangerfield, the man who built an entire career around the line. "I don't get no respect." His self-deprecating humor made him a household name, and Carson adored every appearance. Watching Dangerfield perform was like watching lightning strike. His jokes came fast, his timing perfect, and Carson could barely contain his laughter. Bob Hope was another recurring guest who helped shape The Tonight Show. A legend long before Carson ever took the stage, Hope appeared over 100 times. Though Carson respected him, their relationship wasn't always easy. Hope's scripted, predictable style clashed with Carson's love for spontaneity. Yet, having Bob Hope on his show gave Carson an NBC unmatched prestige. Then came Don Rickles. Known as Mr. Warmth, his brand of insult comedy made him one of Carson's favorite guests. He teased everyone, including Johnny himself, and their playful banter became the stuff of legend. One night, Rickles accidentally broke Carson's wooden cigarette box, and the next night, Johnny stormed onto Rickles' set to confront him live on air. A hilarious moment fans never forgot. Few guests could match the manic genius of Robin Williams. His energy, speed, and creativity were unmatched, and Carson loved every second of it. Their interviews felt more like spontaneous comedy shows, And in 1992, Robin Williams was chosen as one of Carson's final guests, proof of how deeply Johnny admired him. Tony Randall, the witty star of The Odd Couple, also became a familiar face, appearing more than 100 times. He brought a touch of sophistication and humor to every visit, and his exchanges with Carson showcased a mutual respect that fans adored. Of course, there was Joan Embry from the San Diego Zoo, whose animal segments brought chaos and laughter to the studio. From monkeys climbing on Carson's head to wild creatures leaping across the set, her appearances were unpredictable delights that Johnny loved. And as the curtain falls on this story, Johnny Carson's legacy still glows bright. He wasn't just a man behind a desk, he was the heartbeat of late-night television. His laughter, grace, and charm defined an era. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless stories of Hollywood's greatest legends.